Where to begin? And why am I starting this podcast, or why is this important to me? What does loving everything really mean to me? Or how did I come about that? Is I think what I want to share with you more than anything. So I'd like to achieve a greater understanding while I'm here of the ability to really have compassion for everything in existence. And that is what I try to practice on a daily basis, whether that is in relationship to the plant that is in my space right now, whether that is to the person that is sitting in front of me, whether that is with me, and having greater compassion and awareness about the things that are going on with me in present time reality. And really getting to know myself in a way that I am taking responsibility for most of my actions all day long. And really coming to a place of acceptance in the things that are not so great and the things that are really great about me. And the things that I've been taught, what has been modeled to me through the relationships that I chose and how I've related to those people over time has taught me certain patterns, certain behaviors, certain reactions, certain triggered responses, certain practices, maybe that by having a lot of people in my family have personality disorders, that coming up against that has given me more awareness of when it's going on in me as well. And I think that's where I want to start. I've been in a process my entire life of, I guess, for the most part, learning how to not accrue karma while I'm here. And I came from a family that had a lot of abuse. And I would say that those experiences, those traumatic experiences that I experienced or witnessed or was present to or happened to me, I would say that my entire process of evolution as I've been here is unwrapping or uncording from or releasing or letting go of the things that have happened to me and getting I received a lot of practice in my family. And that has been my unveiling, I think, throughout my life, or the magic of me, if you could say, is that it was very clear to me at an early age to not allow my experiences to change how I loved others or how I cared about others. And certainly, I haven't been perfect, And so in this last several years, especially as I continue to work with people, I start to realize even more about how much I have experienced or have witnessed, and how much the people around me that are drawn to me have as well. And I've spent most of my life encouraging others to love parts of themselves that their family was unable to love. And maybe that's what is special about me. I'm sure there's more things too, but more than anything, I think I encourage the people around me to love themselves more. And I think that I always have. I think I've also just always been very aware, intuitively, with psychic gifts that I didn't realize were psychic, because no one was there to explain them to me. And I think I always saw the world very clearly growing up. I have the ability to see things really clearly on people. I can read people really well. I have since I was really young. And so in seeing people clearly, what I've learned more than anything is how to love everything about what I'm experiencing with that person. And I continue to challenge myself with that on a daily basis. And I think that is why loving everything is so important to me. Why going on a journey with you through the ability to share what I learn about how people love everything in their lives. I'm just checking my notes because there was so much I wanted to say. You know, loving parts of you that you aren't proud of, sharing the journey of that with you, my discovery of it in myself, as well as my discovery with other people, or loving parts of you that were never loved. I think I covered that. Loving people or opinions that are not different than yours and being curious and free to change your mind. I would love to have the opportunity to encourage you to do that as well, or show you more ways of how it's possible to do. And yeah, I think I touched on this earlier, is not wanting to accrue karma while we're here. I think that is probably the most important thing to me. And if I can encourage you to do the same, or more often than you were yesterday, then I feel like that gives me more purpose for who I am here and why I'm doing this, why I'm sharing these experiences with you. So yeah, and I also wanted to mention that one of the biggest lessons I've also learned while I've been here is, and it keeps coming up over and over and over again, is, you know, in loving everyone, you can't sometimes bring everyone with you on your journey. And I know that sounds straightforward, but sometimes loving everything means you have to respect other people's journeys. You have to expect that they're not ready. You have to expect that their feelings might be different than yours in relationship to you. You have to see sometimes clearly that people aren't ready to see what it is that may be so clear to you. And you have to accept people for where they are on their spiritual path. And so, yes, I'll be talking about spirituality for sure, and my own relationship to spirituality and how I became a psychic cheerleader. I think I definitely will share that with you over time. But yeah, more than anything, I'm taking you on a journey of discovery of me and the people around me and how I move about in the world, and learning how to love everything. How can we learn to love everything and be in respect and relationship to the world in a more powerful and respectful and loving way? I feel like the world is so lacking right now in both connection and love, because we are disconnected, even though we're more connected than we've ever been. But we are disconnected from experiencing each other. And so I appreciate you following me on this journey. I appreciate you listening in when you have the chance or watching. I hope that I can inspire you to love things more about yourself, about your story, about the people around you, about your journey, about who you are, about what you're witnessing, about what is going on inside of you. Because I think that's the only way through. I think it's the only way to really be while you're here. And if I can share any wisdom about how I do that, or how I've overcome what I've overcome, and that's useful to you in some way, I'm happy to do it. But there is a caveat. This is the first time I've ever done, my own podcast by myself. And this is a pretty big deal for me to be on camera. Mainly because I grew up very painfully shy. And yeah, I find that podcasting at least allows me to share in a way that is more private or less intimidating than standing on stage, for sure. But I'm a pretty quiet, pretty introverted person. So yeah, I'm looking forward to sharing this personal journey with you. I hope that you get to know me better. And yeah, I hope you get to know my experience here better.